Mysterious DuPont family murder case story. DuPont family murder case story is a high-profile unsolved murder mystery that has captivated the public's attention in France and beyond. In April 2011, the bodies of Agnès Dupont de Ligonnès and her 4 children were discovered buried under the porch of their family home in Nantes, France. The investigation revealed that the victims had been killed by gunshot wounds, and their bodies had been buried there for several weeks. The prime suspect in the case was the father and husband of the victims, Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès, who was a businessman and member of a wealthy and influential family. The investigation into the murders revealed that Dupont de Ligonnès had financial troubles and was deeply in debt. He had also reportedly been suffering from depression and had been researching suicide methods online. After the murder of Agnès and their children in 2011, the Dupont de Ligonnès family was thrust into the national spotlight. The case received extensive media coverage in France and beyond, and Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès' extended family was often mentioned in news reports. The case has been shrouded in mystery and speculation, with many theories and rumors circulating about the motive for the killings and the whereabouts of Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès. He became the prime suspect due to several pieces of evidence and suspicious behavior in the days leading up to the discovery of the bodies. Firstly, Xavier had reportedly told his children's school that the family was relocating to Australia, leading to suspicions when the children did not show up for school. Additionally, he had told his friends that his wife had left him, which raised further suspicions as she was known to be a devoted mother and unlikely to abandon her children. When the police went to the Dupont de Ligonnès family home in Nantes, they discovered a significant amount of bloodstains throughout the house, and a neighbor reported seeing Xavier digging in the garden. The police then discovered the buried bodies of Agnès and their children under the porch of the family home, and Xavier was nowhere to be found. The disappearance of Agnès Dupont de Ligonnès and her children was first reported to the police by the children's school. The school had become concerned when the children failed to show up for class for several days in April 2011. When the school tried to contact the family, they received no response, which raised alarm bells and prompted them to contact the police. Upon receiving the report from the school, the police went to the Dupont de Ligonnès family home in Nantes to investigate. It was during this investigation that the police discovered the house was deserted and that there were signs of violence and a significant amount of bloodstains throughout the home. After further searching the property, the police discovered the buried bodies of Agnès and their 4 children under the porch of the family home. Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès was nowhere to be found. Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès has not been arrested and is still considered a fugitive. There have been several reported sightings of him in different countries, but none have been confirmed, and he remains at large. In 2019, a man was arrested in Scotland who was initially thought to be Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès, but DNA testing later revealed that he was not a match. This was a major disappointment in the investigation and highlights the difficulty of tracking down fugitives, especially in cases where the suspect may be actively trying to evade capture. The case remains open and active, and authorities continue to follow leads and investigate potential sightings of Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès. The French police have issued international arrest warrants for him, and Interpol has also been involved in the search. Despite extensive efforts by law enforcement agencies, Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès' whereabouts remain unknown, and the case remains one of the most high-profile unsolved mysteries in recent French history. Dupont family murder case story have been the subject of many theories and speculation, as the case remains unsolved, and Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès, the prime suspect, is still at large. One theory is that Xavier committed the murders due to financial difficulties. It has been reported that Xavier was heavily in debt and had been borrowing money from family and friends to maintain his lifestyle. Some have suggested that he may have killed his family to collect on their life insurance policies, or to avoid paying his debts by faking their deaths and assuming a new identity. Another theory is that Xavier may have been involved in some kind of criminal activity, which may have led to the murders. Some have speculated that he was involved in drug trafficking or money laundering and that his family may have been killed to keep them from revealing his involvement. A third theory is that Xavier may have been mentally ill, and this may have led him to commit the murders. Some have suggested that he may have been suffering from a psychotic episode or that he had a personality disorder that caused him to act out violently. However, it's important to note that these theories are all speculative, and there is no concrete evidence to support any of them. The case remains open and active, and authorities continue to investigate leads and follow up on reported sightings of Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès.